Welcome again to some more Wargame Airland battle action, and this is going to be on the Gavle map. I'm Damien Dudich, and yes, should hopefully be the first non-screwy conquest game that we'll have. So it's going to be myself, Lightman, Red Rooster, and Gumpia Fonzo. It's packed. Top there, this is NATO, Paddy, CDO, Jitka 4166, and the Pork Chop Express. Presumably Express. Could be a pork chop expression, maybe, I don't know. In any case, yeah, we'll see what happens. Looks like we've got the battle lines being drawn up. Looks like I'll be taking the left flank, or rather, it was our left flank there. Pork chop express will be taking me on. JTK will be taking in the middle, and looks like Red Roos is going to be taking him on. Meantime, Gumpu is going to be taking Lima. I might be able to go for Juliet, actually. We have relatively open terrain there, so we can just find the command vehicle. Should be able to snipe it with relative ease, but we'll have to see what will happen. In case we just fast forward a little bit, and I believe this game has actually been pretty decent. It is a pretty decent length as well. Actually, looks like I've changed the command points and all that. In case, there we go. Got infantry flying in to the damn buildings, as some players like to do, but I'll just be sending them in on foot, as well as a couple of juniors, which I believe would be the Polish? Oh, yeah, that's the Polish helicopter. Nice helicopter. Has 80 gems and infrared missiles. Not very accurate or powerful, but I mean, they're nice and universal. In case, yeah, Juniors is coming in to do a bit of damage against his enemy helicopters, and yeah, my own infantry being deployed as well. Need to get them into the buildings as quickly as possible for them to stand a single chance at all. Thankfully I do have a couple of my own AA vehicles as well, so they can help unload this infantry, and that's what we'll have coming in from it's mostly going to be Marines, Government, which I believe are just regular infantry, and a couple of helicopters. So yeah, even though NATO managed to get their infantry in here for me, it looks like I'm managing to thin out their numbers a bit, should I say, and damn it. Oh, that's freaking a bit loud. There we go. Okay, maybe that's not quite as good. Oh well. Do. In case, yeah, my Picottas mech's coming in, so not really anything too special, but the US Marines are starting to get panicked and all that. These guys are panicked as well, though. Picottas mech's doing a bit of damage. I should have actually moved these guys up now that I think of it, and we just have a look what's happening here. Nope, not too much else happening here, so god damn, the infantry fire's pretty... There we go, pretty damn loud to say, please. Jesus freaking Christ. And my Picottas mech's very slowly getting destroyed, but there we go, my disarm side coming to do a bit of damage, as well as my Scots. Gunnosa is actually doing a bit of damage with their auto cannons. Don't actually get... oh, they actually do have armor piercing damage as well, so there you go. And I should have sent in some supply vehicles, but well, what can you do? At least my... oh, there's BRM for Red Booster. Okay, so I don't know if he'll be setting that up or not. We'll see what happens, and that's what's happening here at Foxtrot. Yeah, as you can see, we do have quite a few infantrymen, as well as some AAA setting themselves up as well. Oh, yeah, that's right, it's actually radar based. That sucks to be them. At the same time, yeah, my T-70s and all that coming in. I do have my Nautilus trying to do a bit of damage, but yes, I should just be getting these guys out. I mean, these US Marines will tear up my Jaguars, but what can you do? And there we go, looks like the fight is still afoot. GSU's even coming into a little bit of damage, but yeah, Government, how you pronounce that, Government are going to be tearing them up at close range. Frankly, that leaves room for the Descents to engage them at longish ranges, I think, and my Scots are still going to try and do a bit of damage, but yeah, looks like the fight for the city sector is very slowly but surely going my way. These Picottas mechs should really be coming in a bit closer, but what can you do? Marines taking quite a bit of damage as well. My Jaguar is also sitting around not doing too much either. A bit of a Mexican standoff happening here, with the exception of these T-72M Jaguars trying to do a bit of damage, but yeah, they're just going to be standing around. 80 gems is going to rouse the crap out of them, and what can you do there? Oh, Red Roost still coming in. Also coming in with, I think, is that, yep, that's Nibon. Yeah, that is going to be panicking and burning the crap out of these government Marines, so very nicely done indeed. So these guys should be taken out eventually. It's the burn through, I suppose, and yeah, as you can see, we do have the initial advantage, but yeah, that could change very quickly. We'll see what happens. Just have to see what happens. Speaking of which, also got the command vehicle being deployed for the Pork Chop Express. Don't have my own command vehicle just yet. I'm assuming this command vehicle Red Rooster will come up to Delta at some point. It's not really too sure. In case, yeah, these governments finally getting slowly taken out by Descents of all things. Little crappy 10 points. Well, they're under the tank category, but truly, if you look at them, Well, I suppose they do sort of resemble, well, not really tanks, but APCs or some sort, or just IFVs, I suppose. In any case, yeah, here comes the Jaguar, and in comes, yeah, the Scott too as well, so both without any freaking recons. I don't know what the hell I was thinking there. So again, some recon, we do have some recon around Delta at the very least, but yeah, could have done some more recon around here though. But what can you do? Seahawks, yeah, just going to be tearing up my tanks to say the least, which kind of sucks, but well. What can you do? And Marines, there we go. Finally my artillery is going to be coming in to destroy them at the very least. I'm pretty sure that's my artillery. Yeah, got his max just worried and shaken a bit, should be alright. And yep, 2 downers coming in, so nice little Polish artillery, long range, good amount of damage and suppression, and yeah, good decent amount of shells per salvo as well, so it's a winning combination. Yeah, speaking of which, finally here comes my other recon there, as well as some stuff from Red Rooster, so hopefully Red Rooster coming in to put down his command vehicle. At the same time, we have not too much happening here. I probably missed out on all the action already. Wow, that's pretty ballsy by this Gumpf guy. So again, there's a helicopter, despite the fact that javelins are trying to shed him. There we go, manages to get it out of there just before they fire the second shot off. I think he's going to want to get him a little bit further than that, but nope, unfortunately gets taken out. So it kind of sucks, but oh well. So yes, as you can see, this match is certainly going in our favour quite a bit more so, but yeah, as you can see, recon's pretty damn important. I mean, I do have recon infantry here, but I already should have sent in some recon with my forward units as well. At least I've got the decency to resupply my guys, and we also looks like we had a bit of napalm coming in. Not really sure if that was meant for my guys or for the Marines. It's probably for the Marines actually. These guys could probably stand to retreat though and resupply, but there we go, looks like the city is mine. Descent's coming in just to do a bit of a sweep. I did actually leave this forest open though. Probably could have sent in some infantry there, but I do have Zudiautsi's recon infantry just to try to spot what's happening there anyway, so there you go. As well as these ubiquitous T-72 Jaguars that I seem to like using as Poland's probably the heaviest tank you can actually get with them. And of course the funny thing is people refer to tanks as light tanks and heavy tanks and all that, despite the fact that that sort of distinction is really... actually, wait a minute, can they say that? No, they can't, I'll be damned. But anyway, yeah, they saw it briefly. But anyway, despite the fact that that distinction is pretty much gone by the time of the Cold War, you don't really have heavy tanks, medium and light tanks, except maybe with the exception of certain recon tanks, as they call them, or cavalry tanks, and they're basically all just main battle tanks. And what you have is different generations of battle tanks in this game, such as the T-55 all the way up to the T-80U for Russia. So there you go, finally sending in a command vehicle for myself there, but okay, Red Rooster's already got it. Already has his command vehicle there, so whoopsie long. Yep, I still spawn in with it, damn it. But at the same time, that does allow me instead to send in a command vehicle to Foxtrot. I thought there was actually a command vehicle being spawned here, but apparently not. Also got Mirage is coming into a bit of damage. Lima looks like is going to be very strongly held by us. We do have SCSs and all that by Padiko. Could do some more ATGMs though. Basically just so he can spot whatever his opponent's doing. So here we go, that recon, I should have put him up there a bit earlier on, but what can you do? Recon, as you can see, pretty damn stealthy. I mean, we had a look and he was basically on open terrain. I mean, we doubt they were revealed very briefly by the Jaegers before they went into the what is it, dense hedged farmland. So yeah, they were briefly revealed, but then they disappeared. So thankfully the Pork Shop Express was not paying attention to that. And yeah, as a result I was able to sneak in my guys. Yeah, I should be able to see quite a bit. Yeah, I can see the vehicles at the very least. Not the stuff that's hiding in the forest too much, but yeah, I can see vehicles and all that. And speaking of which, here comes more artillery for myself. That's not where I want to freaking go. There we go. So yeah, doing a bit of damage there, and the Alec, damn it. Does it keep doing that? Oh, okay, it's just the recon helicopter. Probably because I have something selected. Oh, and speaking of which, I actually have a bit more of a desperate push here by our opponents. So yeah, Padiko actually coming in with light javelins as well as Fusiliers. The TO-62 by Red Rooster though should be able to make short work of them, provided they can get some shots off. He's going to have to watch out for the heats though. The heats can do quite a bit of damage. But at the same time we do have... Okay, so well, it looks like we've got rocket artillery coming in as well. So these guys will basically get the crap stunned out of them. Word as well, and yeah, that basically means the tank should be able to go to town on them. Actually, the tank should have a pretty good range. Yeah, 1050. So at least that ranges their M72s. And yeah, but they're completely stunned, so yeah, they'll just get completely destroyed. But yeah, as you can see, the little town centre has been captured by Padico, if only temporarily. He doesn't really have much to hold on to it, and yeah, with this counter-attack by Gumpio, yeah, he should be able to retake it, so it kind of sucks for Padico. If I was him, yeah, I'll just get his guys out of there as quickly as possible, try to save the Javelins, the Fusiliers are goners, but Javelins maybe might have been able to get out of there if they went out as quickly as possible, but nope, that's unfortunately not the case. The Javelins, they do not have any capability, as you can see, so BTRs are basically going to come in pretty much unopposed. The Spartans are going to be engaged in instead, and yeah, Fusiliers will get slowly but surely taken out by the BMPT, maybe a bit overkill, but at least ensure that the city sector gets taken out. And I suppose Gumpio, he probably didn't know, how many infantry around here anyway, he probably assumed that actually many more, so there you go. These BTRs on the other hand actually are still managing to survive, so they're actually going up against of Spartans, so who will win? I think these guys will be relatively equivalent, except the Spartan doesn't have armor piercing rounds, I'll be damned. So in any case, there we go, the Spartan actually getting taken out, and there you go, just like that, Echo has been resecured. The command vehicle I think might have been destroyed, maybe that's what this thing here was, might have been cluster, I was not really too sure. See what happens, and here we go, also some commanders myself trying to come in. Oh, that's right, I was actually trying to reinforce there, but I forgot that Foxtrot was an extra reinforcement point itself, so they came in from there. Basically straight into the enemy's sights, and yeah, they got quite a bit of recon to say the least. Oh well, thankfully, yeah, here comes my artillery, try to do a bit of damage, not really doing too much, better than nothing. Seahawks also being a freaking pain in the ass, but one good thing about using smoke though, and I suppose napalm which creates smoke, is the fact that it does block but line of sight from helicopters to ground and vice versa, so you can counteract ATGM helicopters that way if you find yourself being, outranged, or rather having your AA outranged by freaking helicopters, which shouldn't really happen, but oh well. What can you do? So yeah, we got this point. Finally getting secured by Gumpio. Could do some infantry of his own. Actually got an engine stall for the BTRs, funnily enough, but still managing to work out just fine. Artillery for myself coming in, and still no command vehicles just yet for the Porkchop Express. So he might actually be doing me a favour, really, if he does keep Foxtrot neutral, because that means I don't have to worry about spawning units in the wrong place. But in any case, I'm going to be sending some artillery their way, and there we go. Also sending in some smoke as well, which I think actually might have been a bit of a misclick there. Whoops. So smoking a bit of the area. I suppose at least it does deny the recon unit here, as well as probably the recon helicopter as well. Kind of hard to tell. Frame rate going down a bit there when I did that. Yeah, denying that I suppose. So there you go, but just more or less a Mexican standoff. Delta is well and firmly in our control, and yeah, not really much happening there. So apart from a couple of attacks on the flanks, not much, funnily enough, has happened in the middle. My Junoses, I'll want to have to be careful with them, to say least. Track Rapiers are going to be going for... Oh no, never mind, it's actually the Akatanyak Pants. It's going for vehicles. A bit of a pain in the ass, but there we go. Here comes my mighty Gnills to do a bit of damage, and what the... Oh, okay. More stuff reinforcing in, I'm pretty sure by accident, and yeah, here comes my artillery as well, so... Go forward, place recon, pretty important as well. I can see quite a bit of what's happening there. This little forest is going to be pretty important to capture. In fact, I'm surprised I don't have enemy recon here actually. Maybe there was some recon there, but I got rid of it. I'm not entirely too sure. I'm not too sure what these Seahawks are doing either. And have a look actually, I don't even have any... Huh, interesting. I don't have... Oh, of course, rucksack. Yeah, I don't have any thingy-majingies, or rather radar-based AAs, should I say. So at least I'm not vulnerable to seed, although it probably wouldn't hurt to have some radar-based AA. At least my artillery has been able to shell these guys non-stop, and hopefully I'll be making somewhat better use of it, hopefully be coming up with somewhat better attacks as well. So we do have a suggestion by Red to attack. Don't know if I'll be attacking. There is actually a possibility to do so, because you don't really have any recon in this corridor, nor much really to defend. We do have a couple of infantry line, but yeah, they're clustered in that forest there, so I could probably send some stuff here, but nope, unfortunately Jituku is going to be fortifying these buildings, which is freaking dandy. We've also got yes, whoops by Red Rooster, yeah, sending in his helicopters, so yeah, it kind of sucks really that they have their reinforcement zone secured. But there we go, now they do actually have their own command vehicle in, so at least we don't have to worry about stuff, you know, spawning in accidentally, to say the least. But my Dana's ever present ever Dana, should I say that actually I'm going to be firing a few more shots. I think actually I'll be firing at the command vehicle, not too short. I don't know what the hell this thing's doing either for that matter, but there we go. Artillery coming in, and look at that, yep, firing. I don't know if I actually spotted him beforehand or not, but in either case, yeah, I do actually manage to fire where his command vehicle is, so actually managing to panic him, getting his health down a bit, but unfortunately he's still alive. And yep, Foxtrot coming in to to my fold briefly, but yeah, of course the command vehicle stops moving, so well, what can you do? We're still winning though, 723 to 0. So we basically managed to secure all the midpoints except for freaking Foxtrot because of the command vehicle being a bit of a pain in the ass. It's got some empty supply trucks being sent in, MiGs being sent in, and look at that, even got AAA being sent in just for the hell of it, so why not, so actually just have a look at the AA. Actually, yeah, never mind, the enemy does have plentiful AA as well, so Red Roosters and MiG, we'll see how well that does actually. So yeah, unfortunately he's going to take some initial damage. Oh, actually, wow, he doesn't take any damage at all by the looks of it. Maybe one, but that's it, so wow, not too shabby. The command vehicle unfortunately is still alive though, which kind of sucks. His Seahawks a bit of a pain in the ass as well. Actually, it's too bad I didn't send in some of those Zudwancies over here. The chances of the bloody Ron would have taken them out. Yeah, well, what can you do? And look at this, my Zudwancies. I think I was actually trying to move them ahead a bit further, but getting a bit of ahead of myself there. And yeah, they get spotted, of course, by the freaking Jaegers, but oh, what can you do? I still managed to keep them alive, so hopefully a bit of a quick finger there by me. We've also got Dana's by Red Rooster shooting from long range, on my guys shooting from close range. A bit of damage there, taking out the RBS guys with so RBS 70, so the AA infantry for Norway or Denmark. I think it's Norway. What is it? I don't know. One of the two. Also sending in my stars. Everyone's a star in Poland, but anyway, also sending in my star vehicles just to see if they'll get captured, and lo and behold they will. So they provide a bit of free cyber. I already knew that there was kind of stuff there anyway, so they don't actually provide sites now. But they do reveal if there is something in the area they can capture them, I suppose. Although then again, I should have already known that anyway. But well, what can you do? So yeah, mostly just a bit of back and forth happening. I thought there was actually a bit more going on during this game. It seems to have mostly just been happening on the flanks, really. More artillery coming in to do as much damage as possible, but yeah, most of the stuff managing to survive that, which kind of sucks. So probably should have just gone with more direct attack, really, and just smoked the crap out of where recon stuff should be hiding, which would have been around here and around these little trees as well. And no, they can't hide around those little trees there by the looks of it. No, doesn't look like it. I suppose they could actually hide around this swamp area. I didn't really consider that. Oh well. There we go, actually coming in with, there you go, actually coming in with more ATGM equipped infantry, so this time in helicopters, just to get them to the front as quickly as possible. Will they be able to do a bit of damage? I've got no freaking idea. There we go, Tilly actually slaying the crap out of some stuff, but yeah, same time though, not really killing anything there. We had some, interesting, well, something died there, not entirely sure. In any case, yeah, BRDM2 is also going to be doing damage against these SASs. Actually, if they were a bit closer to the BRDM2, they'd probably be able to take it out, actually. Well, that's Padico, yeah, sending it back in any case, and yeah, he does have artillery firing at it, so yep, going to stun it, but get the BRDM2 out of there. Actually, is that the one with... oh no, that's just got very good optics. Pretty sure there's a variant with exceptional optics, but it's pretty expensive, and there aren't too many available per deck, which kind of sucks, but well. You guys, my fagot's being deployed pretty far behind, and artillery also coming in from my allies still, so basically slaying the crap out of these guys. Fortunately, the Roland's remaining unstunned, which kind of sucks, but at the same time we don't have too much when it comes to AA. I think it's just the Roland's really, and not much else. A couple of Abrams and all that in reserve, but yeah, I'm surprised actually we're not really seeing too many attacks on either side. We actually do have Panico finally trying to come in, BRDM finally getting taken out by artillery, I think, and what is this that's firing? Cheap artillery, yes, M10A2 RNA. So basically artillery trading shots here and there. I don't know what the hell that artillery is firing at, probably just fired here, but we do. Stuff here getting taken out, and we still hold the city sectors though, except for this city sector, which will probably get the Spetsnazers being... Well, they'll be able to use their Druganovs against enemy infantry. Yep. And yeah, they'll be able to spot as well, so... There you go. Actually, we do have a bit of rocket artillery coming in. Let's just get a nice little eagle-eye view there. Damn it. Unfortunately, I was too late. We also have some artillery coming in to lay down some smoke, which means we might actually get an attack. No, it doesn't look like it. Well, that kind of sucks. Actually, these guys, I believe they're... Oh yeah, they're just mortars, of course. So they're just going to be shooting smoke. Yes, they are. Okay, so yep, to counteract the conquerors. So yeah, as you can see, a bit of overkill on the amount of shells fired in that little area by the mortars. Actually, would have been better off spacing out their fire a bit if he's going to be laying down smoke like that. So actually, still could have gone with concentrated smoke, but we should have landed the smoke cloud a little bit closer to the conquerors, because as you can see, I do actually have some. God, I think I'll have that noise. Anyway, because they can still aim a little bit around the smoke as well. But what can you do? Got counter barrage by our own mortars. I think they're known as. But yeah, these guys managing to stay alive pretty easily though. They're getting worried and panicked though, so at least their accuracy will be shot to hell. Apart from that though, yeah, could be worse. Also some artillery coming in, and yep, gets known as. So yeah, a bit of artillery, counter artillery. There we go. Finally, we got patterns coming in. In my opinion, the smoke, yeah, it's already starting to dissipate, so the attack doesn't exactly have very good timing. There we go, this is smoke stopping these conquerors from firing. Should have laid in some smoke for these conquerors, but I suppose the patterns at the very least are managing to get close enough to them. I suppose the forest would have provided them a bit of protection for them as well. But we'll see what happens. These patterns coming in, and they mean business. They're rise patterns, so they're not exactly the cheapest of patterns. They're a bit of a mid-range tank there. Also got tornadoes coming in with something or rather destroying the Tunguska at the very least, but yeah, getting taken out in the process, which kind of sucks. And yeah, the smoke has disappeared now anyway, so a bit of odd timing sending in those patterns there. JTK really should have sent in the patterns sooner, or put in the smoke later, I suppose. But in any case, there we go. So he's basically throwing everything he can. Conquerors is actually, wow. These little bombs doing quite a bit of damage actually by those Mirages, so yeah, interesting. Little bombs doing a bit of damage, the Conquerors is getting panicked to hell and back. The Risers patterns might actually have a bit of a chance, but no, probably not actually. And there we go, we've got more artillery and counter artillery coming in. Actually got Conquerors Jeeps actually getting panicked. They really need to get the hell out of there actually, since they've got no freaking armor, next to no health. I'm surprised that they're actually still alive after that. They're panicked, but that's about it really. But even after all that, Gumpure still manages to hold the line, and speaking of which, we actually have an attack by me finally, sending in some guys to clear this out. I think I actually did lay some smoke down myself, but unfortunately we missed that, which kind of sucks. But there we go, so slowly but surely managing to take things out. We do have enemy artillery coming in on my guys as well, which kind of sucks for spades. Worse for wear, we've just got TGBs to take out though, and there we go, finally starting to tighten the noose on Foxtrot. It's about freaking time to say the least. We also got Abrams coming in as well as Seahawks. I don't really have too much of an anti-tank response, but these spades though, given how big the forest is, I can just situate them within the middle of the forest, force the Abrams to come to them. It's not too bad. Also do have freaking Ravens. I don't believe we have, no, there's no, oh no way, we actually do have a couple of books for Red Rooster. Funnily enough, not actually getting targeted by the Raven, but trying to launch some missiles of their own. Raven is actually not... okay, because the way it's turning, has to be facing towards them to actually do anything. So, actually managing to get a bit of a standoff between them there. It's kind of bizarre. And I believe I've also got my own artillery trying to do a bit of damage there. MiG-31 coming in for Red Rooster. Unfortunately getting taken out. I think that was just a... I think that was actually a... an interceptor, so he went quite a bit far into enemy lines to try to get the Raven, which kind of sucks. These bastards, they got pretty, yeah, they got pretty decent range to say the least. And yeah, become the enemy helicopters. My spades, unfortunately, oh, actually no, they're still alive. I think it's only the Scott 2 that are getting caught out. So at least I do have this forest secured. My Guinunos is trying to come in to do a bit of damage with their AA missiles. Australia Twims, unfortunately, got pretty piss poor accuracy and piss poor damage as well, but they'll do whatever they can, so. At the very least, they do force his helicopters back, actually managing to take out one, and unfortunately not taking out any Seahawks though. Managing to worry them, but that's about it though. And that's it, infrared gone for that. So, yeah, Gno's a pretty nifty little unit for Poland actually. You don't get too many helicopters that can have both ATGMs and infrared missiles. Unfortunately get taken out by the Tornado, which manages to almost get out there, actually just gets taken out in the last freaking second. So down it goes. Very spectacular, if I do say so. Finally, we also have my own guys coming in. Unfortunately, I should have actually laid down some smoke. I do at least have my helicopter to a bit of damage, and there we go, finally. Laying down some artillery barrages. Will that be with smoke? No, that's just regular artillery barrage, so the Marines at least will get shaken but not stirred. Spades are going to be trying to fight them. Should be able to take them out without anyone intervening. And books by Red Rooster should get the hell out of there, actually. In fact, you shouldn't really put your AA, your missile AA, should I say, that close together. I mean, certain things like, well, say AAA, I mean, it's not too bad if you get them that close together, but damn it, they managed to evac so damn easily. Oh well. But yeah, you generally don't want to group together, more expensive AA pieces. In any case, there we go. We actually got total victory. Managed to do a bit of damage from my end, and yes, pretty good damage by Gumpiol. So good job on him, and the rest of my team, of course, but good job on him particularly for holding on to that flank himself. And good job by the enemy team keeping the pressure on us. Those Seahawks are a massive pain in the ass. In fact, they're pretty much a massive pain in the ass on my flank in general, really. But there you go. So, until next time, this has been Dame Todovich signing off.